The following program contains adult language, descriptions of fantasy violence, and a general lack of skill, talent, and quality. Audience discretion is advised.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Party of 5e, the show where a bunch of grown-ass adults play with their little dolls in a world of fantasy and make-believe. All right. Previously on, let's see. I gave you guys a couple of softball dungeons, reskinned as temples and or shrines. You guys all avoided the cliche of getting hung up on riddles and puzzles designed by second graders, and it was a easy. We all stayed hydrated, and it was all good days. Mm-hmm. It is the dawn of a new day. That's it. Let's see. You are coming out of a long rest. Arlo, as you are... Arlo, yes. You have, as you're kind of, you're getting into those waking hours of the morning, you start getting... I don't want to say flashbacks, but you start remembering things a little bit more clearly about the woman that you all buried a few days ago, and you had a little bit of a tick about it the other day, that maybe she looked a little familiar, but it's starting to come clearer and clearer to you that she was one of the people who had paid for transit with you and one of your crew members to get from way outside of Lithos and eventually ended up in the city of LA. So you remember her as being one of your clientele at some point, roughly 2 to 3-ish months ago. So you start remembering that. That memory starts becoming a little more and more clear. Also, although Lukthaen doesn't sleep, during your trance, you start getting these flashes. You start
menopause already?
Yeah. In your mind, you start getting these visions that start to enter your mind. Everything turns like a hazy green. Everything has this greenish tint to it. And then, very similarly to a few days ago when you all had a seemingly shared dream, you get a very similar sensation where it's like you're kind of in first-person mode and you're kind of seeing everything around you. Again, everything has this greenish haze, but when you kind of but you feel big. Right, you feel huge, like the ground seems much farther away than you're used to the ground appearing to be to you.
I was about to say congratulations.
It's like, oh yeah. The ground is a lot closer this time.
Walking on 3 legs.
That's right. I need to get tired of carrying this thing. Dragon indeed, am I right?
When they say release the river, we know what they're talking about.
Oh wow, we are getting off. We are off the rails fast. All right.
Is this supposed to be a serious?
So this is supposed to be serious. It was supposed to be.
I fucked it up.
Hey, that's all. That's what happens, That's all it takes, man.
Just wait till I get to the whiskey.
All right. So my clock died. Let's see. So, where was I? Yes. So everything has this green haze, but you bring your hands up, and they're not hands. They're actually big, green, scaly claws. You have no idea like what this is. You've never seen that before. Again, you just feel huge. You feel larger than life that you've ever experienced before. You have these claws. You're you, but you're obviously very confused. And then you start to feel this pain in your side. Just at first, it doesn't seem that bad, and then it just grows and grows and grows, and it's debilitating. You can't move, and you fall to the ground, and then you feel this very sharp, intense pain along your neck, and then everything goes. You saw everything in photorealism, but a slight green haze, but then everything turns like a misty, smoky, like everything is just like a haze or a silhouette of what it just was. And then from where you were, you feel yourself start rising up, and then that smoke dissipates, and now you are out of your trance. So, all right, you all awaken on this fine morning, and everyone, because without fail, roll me a perception check.
That's an 11.
Same.
So how nice a morning is it?
How nice
What do we
was
get?
it?
So Rumrin,
Yes.
up and early, 21. But Chaboy, 3. The trance.
Yeah,
Still
you're disoriented. Yeah, you're a little you're very distracted, very preoccupied. Everyone else though, you're not sure, but it seems like Fayal is just a little bit taller. It's like is he taller today? I don't know. Just a little bit taller, but you also start to notice his skin is before it was kind of a little smoother. That's a smoother purpley, and then it kind of fades to white, or it fades to lighter on the other undersides of his arms and on his chest. But the purple on his skin is starting to get a little rougher, a little harder, and maybe a little bit of crackly maybe in the skin. The hues, the colors are all the same. Yeah, so it just looks like maybe he's a little bit taller, and his skin's getting a little rougher. Yeah, you guys are waking up from a relatively good night's sleep. What all would you like to do now, before we head out?
So Luke is, he's been studying his book that he has, and he seems excited because he thinks he's made a breakthrough on a couple of some of the spells that are listed.
Okay.
And he's just kind of going over things. And you see him like doing the somatic components of spells and uttering words and kind of like cursing under his breath, but he seems to be making some kind of headway with certain.
Okay.
Interesting.
So you think that maybe, with just maybe some kind of a new kind of a recharged sense, maybe he feels like level 3-ish, maybe?
Yeah.
That, like I can totally relate to that, you know what I mean? I feel that,
I was trying so hard to avoid the meta. The DM
but I'm
is
not,
the one
I'm not going to. I will.
The irony.
Full transparency.
I will.
The DM who's like, no metagaming.
I will bring that hammer down.
So yeah, we're level 3.
You beat me to it.
Arlo beat me down, right? I have more spells now.
Yeah, and I guess I like to play dress up now. I was his disguised self, so.
All right.
Level 3 is a drag queen.
No, it's a drag king.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, make money at night. So I'm thinking, just they all got a little bed head there. Gotta, figure that out.
We should find some lotion. His skin is looking.
Little ashy, right? Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Little rough. I don't know. It's like barkish.
Right, and he kind of looks up, looks at himself, like, it appears my scales are forming.
His voice is a T-bone.
Oh.
It's
All young
it's
men
it's the
go through this.
it's like when you wake up, like your voice is a little more hoarse. So yeah, good stuff. You guys got anything else before we set out on the next phase of our adventure? It can be a no. You don't have to like, I don't have anything. Like, okay, well, there's your answer.
Do a role play.
Right?
Talk to each other, damn it.
Right? Be friends. Okay. If
Railroad us, DM.
All right. Fair enough. So everyone thinks it, but doesn't says it. I'm like, well, fuck this. And we set out. So you're going to a smaller town just upon the southern coast. The land kind of dips in, and there's some cliffs that meet the ocean, and there's a small town just along that coastline. So as you all come to this area. You start to see the ocean off in the distance. There is a very prominent cliff wall, and very very rocky. It's a cliffy, rocky beach, not a nice flat sandy one. So as you guys are coming up to this town, it's not too big of a town. But as you're getting closer and closer, you notice all of the vegetation, all of the grass is very overgrown and very lush. All of the foliage, it's in a sense that if there ever was any landscaping, they have been off for a while. So just everything is very overgrown. All of the trees are very, very full and lush, despite it being very cool and very kind of very cloudy, very kind of darkish. But the first building before you get to the rest of the town, the first thing is the Tin Ear Tavern. So.
Someone else will write it down.
Yeah, give him the cue.
Tin ear.
Tin Ear, T-I-N-E-R. Not 10 ear.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
Meeting.
Tin Ear Tavern.
Wait, so it's not 10?
It's not 10.
10 like Tin Man.
10 as in aluminum.
So you're telling me right now you pronounce those two words differently.
10 Ear Tavern.
Versus 10.
Ten.
Versus 10 Ear Tavern?
The 10 Ear Tavern versus the
I
10 Ear
want an
Tavern.
E.
Yeah, tin.
I hate you guys so much right now.
10.
Yeah, 10.
I feel like you guys are fucking with me right now. Like, it's 10.
10, T-I-N.
10.
And then
number
10,
10.
T-E-n. Okay. Does it,
No, I
I
do
mean,
the same thing
does
with
it
my
not
dog.
sound
It's
different? I feel
constantly, it's like window seal.
right.
It's like same.
Seal, sill, yeah.
Seal. What are you saying?
I go to the store and
Heel,
get some
hill.
milk.
Are you talking about your foot or the, yeah.
Gotta get oil change in the car.
Old.
Oil change in the car.
Oil change.
Or-
Tinfoil.
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 Mold.
Aluminium.
Aluminium.
Tinfoil.
Foil.
Good stuff. Good stuff. You see a lot
We're
of
gonna have such a good viewership.
yeah. It's okay. I'll just cut it all of this out. JK. You see lots of the patrons of the town. There's a lot of people that seem to be kind of coming into this town. It's or into this tavern rather. Let me clarify. So it's there's lots of bustling going on. It's definitely very busy. It doesn't seem that late. It doesn't seem like you guys have been walking that long. But again, it just seems darker. And everyone is going to the tavern. What all would you like to do?
I guess
Oh.
we're heading to the
You
tavern.
also-
Is it? Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
Not to remove the freedom of choice from you. You also see
So go ahead.
Yeah, it's
you also see a big.
This is your fault.
You also see a big sign outside the door that says "Free beer."
Oh.
Oh. Well, we're already heading here anyway. So.
Oh,
It was on
more
our-
of a whiskey
It was
fan.
on our list. It was on our itinerary, so I guess win-win. You know what? I was gonna ask you guys for a roll earlier, but you know what? It's okay.
I will still roll to see how many ears these patrons have. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You can
Collectively,
Is it tin or is it copper?
I'll roll to see what material they're made out of.
Yeah.
And I'll roll to see if
Right.
it's a tavern.
Oh, it's not a tavern; it's an inn, right?
Yeah.
No, it's a tavern.
10-year tavern.
10-year tavern.
N or an N?
Sorry.
I'm done. I'm done.
It's the
I'm
10.
done.
It's the 10-year tavern, not the 10-year tavern.
10-year tavern.
Yeah.
Get it right.
Yeah, that's what I
10-year.
like. I was like, no, not 10-year tavern.
It's been open for 10 years.
Right.
It's a 10-year
At
tavern.
least.
They change the name every year.
Wait, is it really ear or year?
Oh, no. Yes,
10.
it's the 10 year.
10
A year that
Ear.
there's a lot of metal
Yes.
this year.
That's what I have.
tavern.
It's the 10.
The tit or the tet?
I was hoping someone would say something.
When you chose that name, did you think it was going to cause so much chaos?
Nope.
Fucking random generators.
Funny thing, because it's not random.
Oh, damn, spoiler alert.
So,
Also, free beer day. Let's get some free beer.
let's get some. Literally, let's go get some. Okay, so you all
That's so hard just to move it.
finally make it into the 10-year tavern.
The funny thing about that is it's going to be like seamless, whenever you cut it.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll check your watch and be like, finally you make it in. All our viewers will be like, what
Just jump cut. Yeah. It's like finally you
Journey, I
make it.
guess.
Man, they must have had a really bad encounter they cut out.
yeah.
You're gonna have to put a big montage.
Right.
in
These
place
guys,
of us.
these guys actually died, and we resurrected them, and so finally,
Sorry, Vincent, I'm gonna stop interrupting.
No,
I don't know
no.
about these heathens.
it's all good. It's all good. All
I
right.
decided today to try the other side of playing D&D.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna be the person that I
You're gonna be
fucking hate
that guy.
today.
Right, just trying it out. All right. So yes, lots of people in here. The tables, they're all cafeteria-like tables. They're really long tables, lots of benches. There's lots of people gathered around. There's lots of beer flowing. There is the bartender, and then there is the server going around making sure everyone's cups are full and everyone has their free beetle cakes. Don't know what that is.
Not sure.
So, right, what you want to know? So, making sure everyone is, having a good time. Making sure no one has an empty cup. So you all go on and sit down at an empty area near the back corner. And the server, almost without even speaking to you, she just comes up. She just puts a couple of tankards down, and then just walks off, going off, making sure to make sure anyone else is good to go. And she assumes that's why you're here, right? So she just has it queued up. There you go. She's very efficient. It's a very efficient establishment here. You guys are having a drink. There are some other patrons not too far from you. Again, it's all kind of banquet style tables. Everyone is very close proximity. And despite the activity, let's see. Everyone, give me another perception check. You might get a little bit more.
That's a 21.
Nice.
9.
Oof. I have no fucking idea. Ramarin got 17.
Nice. Okay. So yeah, Ram and Aust definitely even before you make it down to the table, despite the activity, lots of people in here, everyone seems really tired. Just run down. Everyone's just kind of slouched over and they're just like, ugh. They just seem genuinely just kind of drained and kind of exhausted. You guys sit down, and one guy at the same table, not far from you guys, is just slowly trying to keep drinking his ale. He's just like, ugh. I could have swore I got good enough sleep, or did I? I can't remember. So that's what you and Ron pick up in the table next to you as you guys are having your drinks and whatnot.
So I want to turn to that guy and say, "Good sir, you seem a bit tired, but the beer is flowing, and it seems that this should be a time for celebration."
Oh, absolutely. No, I mean, this is a great place. Leo and Cleo, they're always really very, very generous with their ale and their portion. I mean, it's always great. But
do you know why they offer free drink in this establishment?
So when you look at the rest of the tavern, it seems old, like it's been here a while, and obviously being very near the sea, it's probably, you could probably smell the salt in the air and maybe even a little mildewage, again being right next to the ocean, but it's still in relatively good condition, right? Any repairs were probably repaired when they needed to be. Can
I insight him to see if he's in his right mind, or
Sure.
if he's being affected by some kind of
Okay.
something like that? Oh, that's not great. Yeah, that's an 8. So I guess I just think he's probably pretty tired.
So yeah.
Sleepy.
Are
You,
we all hearing this since we're sitting at the same table?
Oh
Or is
yeah,
this something
probably after he started kicking up that conversation, you probably started paying attention. But yeah, I mean, the guy seems, for what you can glean from it, he seems genuine. Like he just, he's got maybe holes in his memory, maybe, or it's just genuinely tired, and he just can't remember. We all know what happens when we get genuinely exhausted. Maybe we don't know, but you just your mind kind of gets away from you a little bit. But it seems like everyone is kind of feeling like that. I mean, no one seems to be in a bad mood, as it were, just everyone's just really exhausted.
hold off on
So,
that for a second.
so with that being said, why doesn't everyone give me a wisdom saving throw?
Oh.
See, that's why I wanted to. That's why I wanted to do it earlier, so I didn't ruin the narrative.
You said wisdom?
Yep, please and thank you.
19.
That's a 9.
What was it? Wisdom. Oh no! Stop it! Are you serious?
So you said
3.
3. All right. Where are you? There you are. You said
9.
9. Luke.
Natural 20, 23.
Okay.
Does Rom
I mean,
to make a save?
Rom, no. He's probably fine. Okay. And in the interest of hilarity. Okay.
Poker face. Beautiful.
That's the point, right? I don't want to give it away. All right. So, as you guys are hanging out, you're having an ale or two. Everyone is still, I mean, in about as still as good a spirits as they can be. However,
Classic.
However, all of you start to hear the sound of an organ. All of a sudden, you just start hearing this music, this organ music, coming from who knows where. You all start looking around and like, who's
Well, Oregon music usually comes from Oregon.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So this is so you have entered Fantasy Oregon. So that's
Still tracks.
So yeah, you begin to hear this this music from an organ. You don't know where it's actually coming from, but everyone in the tavern plus Aust and Arlo, everyone kind of just stops what they're doing, and they put their ales down, and when you look at them, it's like their eyes are like clouded over. And what everyone and all of those people, so except for Luke and Fox, everyone just stands up and starts walking out the door.
I'm gonna grab
We've just got here. I haven't even tried my first sip of brew.
So they don't.
Can we physically?
So, let's see. Why don't you all give me the unaffected ones? Why don't you? Also Fayal is also affected.
No. Oh, I gotta. Ooh.
So, everyone starts heading out the door. You guys are going to try to stop him.
Yes.
Give me an Arcana check.
I was looking at.
Yeah.
Still.
22.
Okay.
18.
Nice. Okay. So you know, you can. So something tells you. What was yours? 23?
22.
22. Something tells you.
23 if it makes sense. Is there a threshold?
Ooh, it actually was 20. It actually was 22. So 23 does it. No. So you guys. So something tells you. Hit him. It's like, because both of these guys, they are basically ignoring any of the pulling or shoving. They're just walking out the door. So you might be pulling on them, but they're just zombie style. They're just ignoring everything you're trying to do, and they're just walking out the door.
So Luke is gonna kind of a baby slap on the face.
So, that does nothing. So so everyone is walking out the door.
Okay.
Walking out the door.
Luke is gonna grab by the neck and as hard as he can. I mean, Luke's not a weak person, but he's not strong either. Gonna give him one in the gut.
Okay. Give me an attack, an unarmed attack.
14.
What's your AC? That doesn't hit. No. So just chunk right into his armor.
Right
Doesn't do
into the
anything.
chainmail.
So there's just like yeah.
The worst
so,
possible place to punch someone.
So everyone's
I don't know any better.
right. He doesn't know anything about fighting. So
Is there any way that I can like take my longbow and try to do like that movie, like hang him up by the, like on the wall or something?
I mean, you could try.
Is there a way to do that without like attacking him? 'Cause
I mean,
I'm like trying to.
you could attack his
to
shirt.
Staple him to the, yeah, he's wearing
but,
leathers. I'm trying to staple him to the wall, like basically. I'm trying to hang him from the wall.
Yeah, you can certainly try.
Okay.
Um,
I don't know what that means. Is that
so
the longbow?
what is? I mean, you're actually gonna try to like use your longbow,
Well,
like
I mean,
actually shoot him, or like
Well,
use the arrow.
Well, I mean, I don't know where he is. Like, is that possible? I mean, either way, it's a 15, so it's either, I don't know if it's +7 or not, or what that means. Or if it's both.
So what are you trying to do
I'm trying
specifically?
to use the arrow, whether he's like a little bit ranged or not. I don't know if he's near
she's
the
trying to
wall.
shoot
Well,
at
did you go up to try to grab him, or did you stay and watch him walk? What did you?
I did try to grab him.
So
but
he's
said
like,
that he's,
so he's right next to you. And you're gonna try to
Oh.
shoot him with an arrow. That's what I'm trying to clarify. Are you trying to shoot him from right here, or?
yeah, no. Let me just take an arrow and try to like pin him to something.
Pin him
like
into
pin him to
something?
like either the booth, like something that's like right there.
Okay.
right?
Well, I guess at this
Naked.
point, I guess you would. You're just trying to outmuscle him, right?
Yes.
So give me a strength, probably with advantage, since he's not.
Is he do? Just kidding. Sorry.
JK.
19 already. So you
Alright,
said with
alright.
Do
advantage.
I gotta roll?
Yeah, 19.
Yeah, I guess. Well, but you're not fighting back, right? You're trying to do is walk out the door. You know what I mean?
I
You're-
don't really know what I'm doing, but yes.
So, just
Yeah.
walking out the door. So, Aust keeps walking. Fox, you're able to kind of get him down a little bit, and you pin him down. He's still just trying to walk out the door, regardless of he's actually making it out yet. Fayal is heading with the crowd out the door with everybody
I'm trying
else.
to scoop him up.
So, okay, you can do that quick. Do that super quick.
Yeah.
Give me a strength check right now.
That one. Nope.
Okay, so you miss him on the way out the door while you were preoccupied with that. So all these people are walking into town. What all are so including you, since he didn't stop you? What are you all doing now?
I'm gonna, like, as often as you tell me it's loud, I'm gonna keep trying to cause physical harm to my friend.
Okay. So how are you going to try it this time?
Not where his armor.
Good call.
Wherever there's a weak spot, I'm gonna try to, like...
Well, probably because of the nature of armor, it's probably
the throat.
I'm not wearing a helm.
probably
so,
probably
anything-
here and above is probably
Yeah.
a good.
Cup, like whatever
The cup? Wow.
The cod,
Yeah, I know,
the
right?
cod piece.
Yeah, he's not your boyfriend in the game,
Stop.
apparently. Jeez.
So you want to go ahead and
Fiance.
give us an attack roll on his head
Try to
face.
face him. 16?
That will
16
hit.
does hit.
So how much damage do you do with
Probably negligible.
like 2?
It would be like
Or one.
minus 1.
I mean, so 1. I mean, it can't be nothing.
So unarmed strike does 0 damage.
Okay, so you do no damage,
But I make contact.
but not enough.
Hard-headed.
Not enough to snap him out of it.
Okay. I take out the stick
Oh.
Oh.
and I do the whoosh, and then I whack him. 'Cause I
Okay.
can do that as part of the bonus action.
Right?
Yeah, that is
But
nice,
I
You
actually.
get advantage.
That would be
'cause
your
that's-
advantage
So
on that.
real high to hit this dude. 'Cause
Come
it just-
on.
oh yeah, 16 again.
Nice.
And it'll do more than 0 damage.
Hopefully.
Well, no, if I roll a 1, it will still do 0 damage. But let's try not to roll. 1 damage!
Alright, yeah.
All right.
It's a flesh wound.
So, what happens is, mark that. So yeah, one whack across the head, and you see him shake out of it just for a split second, and then those eyes glaze over again, and he keeps
Is
trying
a
to
split
walk out the
second
door.
enough time for me to do another wisdom save, or am I still tranced?
That was a good question. Yes, you. Well, I mean, sorry. Yes, no.
Yes, you're still tranced.
Because the music is still playing. So
Well, I don't know. Well, okay, that's fine.
okay,
Asked and answered. I took 1 damage.
yeah, you took 1 damage. All right,
So
so.
he's good to go.
So he's just trying to, like, again, zombie style, like he's not thinking, he's just trying to leave. That's all he's trying to do. So Fayal is out the door along with all the other people that were in the tavern. You guys are still in the tavern, or you guys are gonna go?
I would be following the mob. I'm right with him, and I haven't been able to impede
Sure.
him.
Yeah.
So.
Got it. Got
I
it.
would say
Okay.
maybe this one's taken care of, so
Probably.
we'll just kind of go.
So he's
See ya, we'll be back.
right. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
So-
Stay here.
So the mob heading outward into the town. So
Did
everyone.
the staff? Was the woman, the server, was she affected by this?
I don't know. Did you notice her?
Was she hot? Did she look, wait, no, more important question is, did she look like she could boss me around?
Well, let's see. Let's flash back to about 30 seconds
Was she
ago.
wearing leathers? Did she have a small whip on her belt?
He or she, whichever your preference, is quite attractive, but a typical bar maiden. She's probably heard a lot of stuff, so she's probably pretty resilient. She probably doesn't take a lot of shit.
So yeah.
If you had done a perception check back then, that's what you would have
Robert is
gotten.
trained to watch out for strong women.
Right, and so he comes and picks on you. It's like, yo.
That's one you can submit to.
Oh man, he's his wingman.
Inspiration.
I mean, I'll give it up
Yes, I love when they give it up.
because you're probably gonna need it. All right, so yes, you all start hanging in town. You start getting to the other homes and the other establishments within town. It's again very small town along the cliff base there. So people, all these other people, they start going into the. They start just kind of walking into these homes. And they just start. It looks like they're just taking things. They are taking things like one person takes a painting off of the wall and starts walking back towards.
Are there people in the houses?
Mostly no, because it starts looking like more than just the people at the tavern are being affected. It seems like everyone in the immediate area are also being affected. So with that being said, the people who are already in their homes are already walking back towards the tavern with, sculptures and whatever, silverware, anything that they might perceive as valuable. Vases, pottery, anything that might have some kind of a value.
I'm going to go into a house and take something.
Okay.
And rejoin the mob and try to look as much like I'm under the effects of this as possible.
Okay.
Ooh.
Very cool.
That's good. I kind of want to follow this guy and watch him
Yeah,
loot
I think
something so that I can remind him about it later. But I want to honestly, I want to keep an eye on Fayal.
Yeah, of course. Fayal probably just a little bit ahead since you didn't catch him in time. he goes into one place, and as far as what he can reach at this point, if it's jewelry on somebody's in somebody's wardrobe, or again, anything that seems to be of value. You're not finding a lot as far as like weapons go, but again, anything gold, jewels, family heirlooms, anything that looks precious in some way. That's just so. Aust, you probably go in. You're not thinking, right? But so you go into this one house. It seems like there's I don't know. Maybe this was a woodworker's house. There's some like really nice looking furniture, and so you just grab this nice looking end table. It's like, oh, it's nicely finished and polished and everything. It's like this looks nice, and you just start taking the stuff, and you walk out, start heading back toward the tavern. Okay? And again, this entire time, you can hear the organ music. It hasn't stopped, and that's why the condition persists.
Can we make perception checks to find out where that's coming from? We know it's going towards the tavern, but can we see?
I have something for that.
Okay.
Stand by.
Whoever thought the silence spell would come.
So as you guys start making your way back towards the tavern, you go back into that main hall, and you will notice when you walk in, all the tables were kind of in parallel with the door, right? So you just walk right in between all the tables, and at the back of the room, there was a bookshelf that had been opened and moved aside. And all those people you see all those people start going through that opening, and it looks like it's scaling downward. What do you guys do?
Well, they do what they have to do.
Yeah,
Is
so
he
you
just still flailing at the wall?
He's still.
Right. Yeah. So he's still trying to go.
Any trace of the staff that was there when we?
Staff, as in the employees.
Yeah.
By the time you guys come back, you don't see them.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna stay close to Sir Aust and just try to act like the mob. I've got my silver chalice that I picked up, and
Nice.
just gonna walk.
Who had the ruby? Who had the gem?
I think I did. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
The 9.9.
Cool.
Good. One of these dudes would have just like,
Yeah.
oh, I have this.
I have something. I have something for this.
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to double check. So very good. So you're just kind of buddying up with
Yeah,
Aust?
staying close to Aust
Cool.
and just trying to look like the mob as much as possible.
Gotcha. Cool. All right. So you guys start going through this opening. It slants downward. It's not steps. It just kind of ramps down. There is light. There are torches that have been lit along the way. So when you get so this is about 120 foot of a straight shot, and then it turns, and then it curves. As you all are walking down here, you observe, it's going to be obvious, the organ music starts getting louder. So it implies that it's getting closer. Okay, so real quick.
I would say that I'm with Fayal at this point. Does that mean that I'm in front and they're closer to the back, or where are we kind of in order?
I feel like yeah. So if you went to catch up with Fayal, he was probably just ahead. So you guys are first.
Okay.
and you're still presently stuck in the hall, in the main hall, and you guys are behind them. Okay.
Okay. So I want to like. I don't know what he's. What is he wearing? Is it like a?
Who's he?
Oh, sorry, Fayal. I'm with Fayal.
Okay. So, for the longest time, it's funny because I had something for that. For the longest time, it wasn't a lot as far as clothing goes. Remember, he started off as just a baby in a essentially a loincloth or a leather diaper. Right? He's a grown boy. He's probably going to need some new clothes pretty soon, but it's not a lot. And to clarify, if whatever your mental picture is, dragonborns typically do not have a tail. Just to clarify.
Okay. I'm just wondering because, like, I mean, if they're zombies, if they're not fighting back, like, I want to kind of like hold on to his shoulders and at least try to. I want to keep doing the thing where I'm shrouding him. I don't want people to see this little guy. So I just want to kind of like hold it. I'll go with him, but I just want to be like cloaked and shrouded with him if I can.
Okay. Yeah. So you do that. So you kind of like you're kind of in step behind him. With whatever.
Maybe stepping on my feet. That'd be really cute.
Yeah. Right.
But, it's like.
So your cape or cloak,
dancing.
I'm not sure what you have, but kind of shielding him from it. But yeah, he's just he's walking forward. You guys are ahead of these two. So let's see. Let's do real quick. Okay. As you all are, three out of the four of you guys are heading down. Once it gets to the end of this hall, or to the end of this tunnel, whatever you want to call it, it starts to curve to your right, and then it kind of opens up a little bit of ways. The room gets this cave it kind of opens up a little bit, and you can see a few more of the other people were just ahead of you. There's a couple that are kind of clumped and grouped together, but then there's one that kind of was just off by himself. There was a point where the pack got thinned out. He's just kind of by himself. And once he gets about 30 feet to kind of the end of this room, as it were, something comes out from a nook in the wall and grabs him and pulls him back. And you hear him, he's screaming out, and then you just hear some crunching, and and then the screaming stops. But you still hear like some crunching and.
Oh God, I'm gonna leave that.
So as you guys are kind of getting closer, when you get to the end of this opening, as it were, there's another kind of little tunnel that kind of just leads farther. Everyone else kept walking, didn't even pay attention to it. The one or two people that were buddied up behind that guy, they kept walking. They paid no mind to it.
Can I see other entrances or openings?
Sure. So yeah, if you, but y'all are behind them. Are you gonna?
Did we hear that from back where we are? Did I?
So let's see how far. Let's see.
Well, I was thinking in reaction, I was gonna look back and be like, "Do you fucking see that?"
Right.
Like.
So why don't you give me a perception to see how well you picked out those sounds? It is very boomy, kind of echoey.
Oh,
so
definitely have Romer.
It'll be
full alert.
It'll be a low check.
Romer and 20.
Yeah. So you definitely noticed.
3, 8, 5. Sorry.
He noticed and told you, so you're aware.
Yeah.
So yeah, most def. So yeah, you are aware that something is around, kind of around this other corner. There's like a little nook in the cave wall, and it kind of appears like it kind of goes off maybe to another open area. But at the moment, as you guys approach and you get, as the two of you get closer, it doesn't seem like this, whatever it was, it doesn't seem like it's coming out at the moment.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to cast the spell Prestidigitation.
Okay.
And one of the effects I can do is faint musical notes. And I'm going to start continuously casting this spell.
Okay.
And I'm trying to amplify it as loud as I can within the confines of the spell, just to be something other than the organ.
Right.
And I'm just going to keep putting random cacophony of sound.
Does it have anything, like, is there any limitation on that? Can you say how loud it can or can't
Well,
get?
it specifically says faint, but we're in a very loud, boomy
True.
area, so I'm assuming there'd be some kind of an echo.
True.
That would be at your discretion,
Right.
whether it would be enough to...
But that's what I was saying. The farther you guys get down, the louder that this organ music is getting. So the harder
At
anything
least
faint.
I guess I'm hoping that at least the people in my immediate vicinity
Sure.
will focus more on that than the noise up ahead.
Okay. So you do that. Let me see what that does. Okay. And then let me do this real quick. Okay. So when you do that, what is the music that you're playing?
What is the music from the organs like?
It. If you know anything about Brahms, no, I'm kidding. I got nothing. It just seems like someone. I don't want to say someone is noodling around on it. Someone who knows how to play it is like just kind of jamming out on it. And they're doing whatever they can to keep it constant.
Okay.
Right. So someone who is well versed.
What kind of melody is it?
So, I don't think my character is intrinsically overly musical, but he is intelligent, and so I think
he knows what music is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think he's going to, as Kristen said, like just create random intrusions of sound
Sure.
that are in direct, like it's like super like tritones.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
just super
Just
crunchy.
really
Yeah.
dissonant.
Doesn't
yeah.
fit like Ivesy, like just two different keys at once.
Go ahead and give me a luck check.
Luck check.
Yeah.
Do I have a meter for that? Did we discuss the?
No.
Just a straight D20.
Yeah,
roll,
just
or-
give me d20. If it's above 10, I'll give you something.
No.
Okay. So you try to do this, and because you don't know the piece that the person is playing, you don't know where you can maybe kind of syncopate it a little bit, maybe kind of and throw it off a little bit. It's just not really jiving. So it's not doing what you were probably hoping it could do. Just it doesn't really seem like it's landing in the way that you were hoping. So yeah. As you guys pass that opening in the at the end of that cave, there is a bit of another little tunnel. This time there are some stairs that kind of that lead downward, and then as you guys, well, are you going down there? Well, you're going down there, and Fayala's going down there. So they're heading down these stairs. And what you also start to pick up is the sound of some water. As you get to the bottom of these stairs, it just kind of does like about a 90-degree turn into another cavern. The bottom of this area seems to be kind of flooded, and there is like a crack in the rock where some water seems to be kind of seeping in. It's definitely flooded the floor a bit. There are a few raises. There's a few stones in the in the water that you could probably step on. But then the water is also trickling farther down other what used to be stairs, and it looks like this water feature has been going on for a while. The next part of the stairs are very eroded. So what do you guys do here? So you get to the bottom of the stairs. There's a flooded floor, and there's some stones. But all of the other people who are not trying or they're not thinking, they're just sludging through the water. Waters or stones? Those are your choices. Or this, I'm leaving. Whatever.
I know, honestly.
Well, Fayal and I are trudging along.
You guys are trudging along,
Yeah.
so you don't.
What happened when I did the little damage to Aust before? Did anything happen?
My
Yeah.
eyes like flickered. I
So
go back for, like,
you
a
saw
second.
a split second of clarity, but his eyes ended up.
Is it dark
glazing
down
back
here?
over. No, there's torches.
Okay.
So someone probably came down here and lit those.
I don't feel like if I were to look around, I would see direct supervision of whoever is causing this.
Are you asking? Or are you saying?
Yeah. Does my gut feel like I'm being watched right now?
Why? Let's see. Why don't you give me a perception check? Or is there anything that would be better for that?
Insight wouldn't really be helpful because
Yeah,
there's nobody
there's
to
not a
target.
person. Yeah, just do a perception.
5.
Okay. You don't know.
Well, I heard and Fox I know that something was just accosted up ahead.
Right.
I'm gonna start I'm trying to create like a mosh pit effect. I'm gonna start elbowing people and stopping randomly and trying my best. I'm trying to knock people over and just stop the flow of traffic as much as possible.
Right.
I don't have anything big or no spell that I could create that will stop them for any more than an instant without harming them.
Right.
So I'm just gonna start shoving people
Okay.
around me in
Okay.
all directions.
So yeah, I mean, I won't make you roll for that, but you do that. You start kind of just leaning into people. Some of these guys are probably the old fisherman type. A little sturdier, a little beefier, but yeah, anyone that you can get off their feet, anyone you can break off course. Again, almost ignore what just happened, and they'll just immediately they'll just try to get right back up, pick up whatever it was that they had, and keep walking.
I'm gonna take something from somebody.
Okay.
I take their thing, and I'm just gonna jet towards the other direction, and I'm still kind of looking over my shoulder to see what the reaction
By
is.
other direction, you mean out or further
towards
down?
towards out.
Okay. So I guess, are you trying to, okay, go ahead and give me a contested strength check to see if you can knock somebody over enough to grab it, or to just wrestle it out from somebody.
Can I use sleight of hand to
Sure.
if I see somebody that doesn't have the best grip on something slippery?
Yeah, let's go ahead and give me so you see one guy, again, very, very lethargic, very, very kind of lazily. He has something in his, maybe in the crook of his arm or something. He's just kind of moseying down, and you're just going to kind of snatch it real quick. Go ahead.
to.
Yeah, give me there's not going to be perception. He doesn't carry.
15.
All right, sweet. So, let's say he has, okay, let's just say he has a vase or something, or like a nice looking, nice clay pot or something. He has it in there, and maybe the lid is off, and so you're able to just grab that lip of that and just kind of take it out from the crook of his arm, and you just start hoofing it the other direction.
Yeah.
Okay.
Walking with purpose.
Fair enough.
The wrong direction.
Right. So he and you're intentionally trying to look back to see what he does?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So so after he notices he doesn't have anything, he stops what he's doing, and he kind of looks around at the ground, and he turns around and he starts heading back out.
So I call ahead to you, and I say, how far are we physically from each
So
other?
they're still going. Are you sticking with Aust?
Yes, trying to stay very close to Aust.
Because he's going to keep going.
Yeah.
And so you're
but
going out?
I feel like because they're a zombie horde, I feel like I'm nimble. I can catch up and like.
Okay. So
if I can kind of weasel through the crowd.
Okay.
I'm a very dexterous person.
That's fine. But I just want to make sure he's still going.
Yeah.
If you're going to go the other way.
Yeah.
So
no. I'm not going to. Once I realize what happened, I'm going to start going forward.
You're going to come back.
Yes.
Going out. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay. Cool. So Fayal is still going. He's still going.
So
Yeah.
how far am I from?
So let's say. So you've gotten farther. They're still going.
Well, and I was planning on. I mean, if I can know how far along, I would like to do something at the same time that I was already planning on doing, but I don't know.
Right. So let's see. So you guys are still So you guys just finished sloshing through the water. Let's say you all are going down those steps, and there is a handrail, and it's very slippery, and there all that water is still kind of trickling down from the flooded area, and it's still going down. Aust has already passed that flooded area. You tried to see what somebody was going to do. They just turned around, started coming back up. And now let's just say you're back at the flooded area, probably, probably about 20 feet away from each other at this split moment in time and space.
Okay. So I'm gonna whisper yell, Fox.
Yeah, no, I'm deaf.
Yeah. I hold up the vase and I'm like, take this stuff. Take the stuff.
Okay, and so yeah, I'm gonna try to take it from Fails.
Okay. So why don't you give me, I guess, a sleight of hand for that one too?
Come on, buddy.
Well, maybe she can use brute force because that's more her bag.
Yeah. What did you have?
That one.
Okay. So you try to snatch what you had, what Fail had. At this point, Fayal is getting to the end of that stairwell, and then the space opens up, and now for you, you're not there yet. Right.
No meta over
so
here.
method. Yeah, I gotta be method. I don't know.
Yeah.
Actually, that was gonna be another question I was gonna ask, but I'll get back to that later. The sound is booming. Right, the sound of that organ is booming. You guys get in there, and the space is huge. It's probably about a 60-foot, roundish area. That water trickling down is gotten more into like almost creek-like, and it's just kind of flowing down. And at the end of that 60 feet, you don't see anything because it just drops off. So again, it's very cavernous, very dark, and the organ and the person playing the organ is to your right over there. Aust, you are still going down those steps. Did you keep going or did you stop?
I'm next to Aust. My next move is going to try to be to take what he is holding.
Okay.
Can I ask a question real quick about
Yes.
the area? So you said that it is very dark. How dark is it?
It's pretty dark, but
Because what I was wanting to do, I have umbral sight, and so you gain dark vision out to a range of 60 feet. Good for a human. Awesome. Love
Sick,
it.
yeah.
Sick. Okay. While in darkness, you're invisible to any creature that relies on dark vision to see you in that darkness.
so
If I could pick him up and stealth move to like the wall or something, if it's dark enough. Even if that thing is around.
I was really saying dark as in like the mood and
Well, you said torches, but I didn't know how spaced out the torches were. And,
so
is it It's like literally Kristen.
They call me God. So what was the request again? Say it
That
again.
if I could try to scoop him up and take him to darkness.
Take him to the darkness. No. All of the torches, they're along the wall, right? So
Right.
you're gonna be going towards the light. Except at the very end where there appears to be a drop off and into who knows what. Also, did you have something else? I feel like I didn't resolve something.
I'm gonna try to take Sir Aust.
My thing.
Yes. Okay. So you're gonna slide a hand that one too. That technology. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
But here's what I want to do.
Uh-huh.
I am gonna try to pump myself up a little bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast the spell Enhance Ability on myself.
Okay.
And then, so that is a casting time of an action, range of touch, concentration up to an hour. I'm going to cast Cat's Grace on myself. I now have advantage on dexterity checks, and I don't take falling damage from 20 feet or less if I'm not incapacitated. I'm going to start taking everybody's shit.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. So there is. So as you're are you still walking, or did you kind of stop and try to?
I'm keeping pace with him.
Okay.
Like
So-
explicitly, I would not let him out of my.
Fair enough. So as this is happening, he's getting closer and closer to the end of those stairs and into the same area that Fox was in. As you get there, so let me give you this little tidbit first to see if you want to change direction. Once you when you get into this larger area, again, there's that creek-like body of water heading away. There's also, I don't know if you want to call it a bridge. It looks like there have been some pieces of wood that were put over that, and the other people who are taking things are kind of crossing over and going into another cave opening off to the left. And so as you are getting into that area, you're going to start to see that also. All these people taking the stuff into this other area off to the left.
Would I now see the dude with the organ?
You would now see the guy with the organ.
Okay, so yeah, change of plans. I'm gonna kill this guy.
Alrighty then. So, why don't you show me, or why don't you tell me, rather, what does that look like? What are you going to do?
So, Ramarhen is on my shoulder,
Okay.
and we all know Ramarhen. He's a familiar. He can't, he's annoying, but he can't really do too much. One of the things...
You said annoying. No one else said annoying.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. One of the things that my beautiful book has allowed me to now do is I'm able to I take from my component pouch a tiny little, looks like a Thai chili, bright red, and I take it and I feed it to Ramarhen, and I just gently stroke his head, and he like burps, and a puff of smoke comes out, and then I speak to him in Sylvan, and I point towards the man at the organ, and he takes off.
Okay.
Towards the man with the organ, and when he gets within about 15 feet, he's going to flap his wings, rear up, and unleash a massive cone of fire.
Oh.
All right.
Nice.
I've cast the spell Dragon's Breath on my familiar,
Nice.
and he's going to not attack, because he's not allowed to attack. He's just going to exhale.
Right. He's going to suggest some damage.
Yeah, he's just going to exhale. Yep. So the creature playing the organ will need to make a dexterity saving throw if and when you want to.
Yes. Stand by. Let me pull up what I was going to use for that.
What?
He's nowhere. He's nowhere near us.
Arlo's,
He's just
Arlo's
You don't-
gonna wake up and be
You
like,
don't know that.
He's
Arlo's
developing a
gonna-
backstory. It's fine.
Right? He's all sitting up there, it's like, well, guess I have this time to myself now.
Oh, that was better
I wonder what was up with that guy in the
carriage.
carriage.
Love it. It's all coming back. What? I'm sorry. What was the check?
It's a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Yeah.
He is not.
I'm a drow.
He is He is not gonna. He's not gonna pass.
Yes.
So he is. So first of all, but you have like 120 dark vision, something like
Yeah,
that.
big one.
Okay, you don't got to squint. This is the same guy that was up in the bar. Okay, this. So it's the same guy that was the bartender. Is playing the organ. He is completely preoccupied, and you do what?
13 fire damage.
Very good.
Points.
Very good. Okay. That stings. All right. So, doesn't feel good. He does not like that at all. He stops for a second, obviously being engulfed in flame, but almost as quickly as as that happens, he kind of shakes it off, puts out the little fire, but he keeps trying to play. He's trying to keep everyone going. When that happens, two giant crawlers that seem to be buried in the ground next to him, they pop up and they start going after to attack you. So why don't everyone roll initiative? Everyone.